welcome back to another episode here. We're interviewing all of the speakers, including those people from corporate. They're going to be speaking at our Millionaire Mastermind 4. So it's coming up here in just a couple more days, May 1st, 2021, from noon to 4 Central. So when Rose and I decided to do this training, we wanted to do it a little bit differently. So in case you didn't know, it's a free virtual training. That's right. So it's 100% free. It doesn't cost you a dime to get registered. You just got to go to teamhabit.com, click on the register link, get your free ticket. And we kind of did this with a twist. So if you haven't heard, we're actually raising money through a raffle for Ambit Cares and Ambit Energy Aid, two wonderful, wonderful programs that Ambit Energy has. And we're going to give away all kinds of cool stuff, right? So we got some electronics we're going to give away. We're going to give away some time with some of the speakers. That's right. They're going to help mentor you guys on how to get back on that path to success. So it's going to be an absolutely incredible training. So get there, get yourself registered, teamhabit.com, get your consultants or your downline registered, and then put it on your calendar. Do not miss it, May 1st from noon to 4 Central. All right, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and continue with our interviews. Now, listen, I'm really excited about this one today because anytime you get to talk to someone from corporate to get a little bit of insight into, where Ambit's been, where they are now, and where they're going, it's absolutely huge. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on the next speaker, Vice President of Field Development and Support, Darrell Starkweather. Hey, man, thank you. I know you've been listen, your hair on fire. That's obvious, right? I know you've been crazy busy over the last couple of weeks or a month, but I appreciate you carving out some time to sit here and just kind of let everybody kind of get to know you a little bit more, because a lot of people just know you by name. So my goal is just to kind of show everybody we're just real people. So to start off with, do me a favor and just kind of let everybody know what you did before Ambit.
Yeah, first of all, thanks, Kevin, for having me on this. This is exciting. So my goal is to not mess it up, because I know you've had some heavy hitters before. A little bit before me, before Ambit is, my career started really in direct selling. My first job out of school was at a company called Excel Communications. And it was, and a lot of consultants that are within Ambit had success in Excel. It was the first company that took telecom through the direct selling model. Huge success, a lot of leaders that came out of that business, worked very closely with a couple people that eventually got me to where I am today. And two individuals that I met in a training class, day one, July 18th, 1994, that's how far back we're going, was Eric Johnstone and Chris Chambliss. And we worked together through a new hire class and consultant support of all areas, and had a great run at Excel. And I was there, 10 years. And there was about a 2-year gap between that job and coming to Ambit. And it was just a typical corporate job, and probably the worst 2 years of my working experience. And so you miss the direct selling part of the business, even on the corporate side, where people are positive, they're excited, they're doing something for themselves and their family, willing to take their own initiative and effort and do something with it. And you just don't see that in corporate America. And I wanted that. So thankfully I got a call from one of those individuals that landed me where I am today.
That's awesome. See, that's proof though. So it's not what you know, it's actually who you know, right? Yeah. Even in the corporate environment, that's true in network marketing, but I think it's even more true in your case. So I know I enjoyed the story from from Eric, how you guys all kind of met, in the same classes, and I was like, wow, how cool is that, right? To still be working with friends and people that you know. So you've been in Ambit for a while. Kind of let everybody know, not just by title, but kind of what do you do at Ambit? I mean, I call you the man, right? Because like the buck stops with you. So I was like, oh, Darrell, the man? Yeah, I don't need to worry about a title. He's the man. So what do you do? What do you do at Ambit?
Right. I do as little as possible. I have a huge team that does most all the heavy lifting. I couldn't say most, all of it. At the end of the day, Kevin, what I'm ultimately responsible for in my team is the consultant experience, and anything that really touches a consultant that helps them grow their business, or try to remove up the obstacles that kind of help slow down the business. And so it's a big group of people. It starts with consultant support, and Alan Mackos, who leads that team, to make sure they're there for you day in and day out to work your business and help you with your business. Kristen Legate, who takes over, now recognition in the events team, and Jessica is worth that group to, really put on big events and grow the business and inspire and create motivational events and trainings. Commissions, we have field compliance led by Victor Quintana, who's been a lot of trainings. And then field support. Field support's a role, Irene Irving. And I'll put it out there, we just hired Jeremy Ochoa out of consultant support as a field development manager. And their role is really to be that liaison between corporate office and the field, to make sure that the decisions we make every day, we know they're going to impact you one way or the other in your business. And so we want to make sure that the right decisions are made. And that every corporate decision that's made is made with the understanding of how it will benefit your business. And so it's just a lot of people that come together to make sure that we're opening up the pathway and then removing any obstacles and trying to improve every touch point along the way. So it's a busy group, but they're highly skilled and dedicated to what they do.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of moving parts up there, right? So that's one thing I don't miss about the corporate world, right? I just got to worry about, how do I help someone make a bunch of money on Friday so that I make money? So, so there's a lot of moving parts, and listen, you guys went through the whole pandemic and the shift to home, and everything that we did. As a matter of fact, you guys are still in it. So, I was going to ask you, what's the most challenging, thing that you ever had to overcome? But I think we kind of already know that. I'm going to ask you two questions, right? So, one, what is the kind of thinking back in all your years in Ambit? What was kind of one of the most rewarding things that you remember about just the company and what we accomplished? And then number two, kind of talk a little bit about how Ambit's kind of coming out of this pandemic and what we have to look forward to as far as, finally getting to get out there and be around like real people again.
Yeah, those are great questions, and not necessarily easy ones to answer. The first one, especially, I think the most rewarding, Kevin. I mean, this is a people business, and when you think about all the stuff that makes you well up inside and that you're proud to be a part of, very little of that has to do with the job and what we do in the office. It's the results of what individuals are doing, and it's from day one. I think, maybe in my first week in the office back in 2008, and there was a power trip going on, and there was this big, huge, tour of people coming through the office, and it was just a bunch of high fives and hugs and hearing stories of people who were seeing some success and excited about the future, and that's what makes me and my entire team want to get up and do it every single day. And so when you think about what's the most rewarding, I think it's just all those little stories of people who have done something that's benefited themselves and other people. And you take pride that you have some small role in that and that you get to experience all that. And so, I would lump all those success stories as the most memorable, and I think what I'm looking forward to coming out of this, because, you can see this is still the corporate office for me.
Right.
I've been here since March 17th. And we'll probably be doing this until after the summer, but I think what I'm looking forward to is getting out on the road again and traveling. Right. I think a lot of us are ready to go. A lot of states had some, rules regarding in-person solicitation, and those are loosening up. Certainly in the Texas area and a lot of other markets where people can get back out there. People need to be safe. But I think what we all miss the most is the live interaction and get back to high five and at least elbowing and maybe some hugging of our friends and family in Ambit. And so I think coming out of this, that's what people should start doing, quite frankly, and looking forward to. And virtual, I think, will always be a part of it. It's a great tool in communication. But at the end of the day, this is face-to-face. We want it just as much as you do. And so, what I'm excited about is what COVID has allowed us in this year, what maybe in a year and a half, kind of at home, is really focus on improvements and putting new things out there to help you and your business partners. And so maybe we wouldn't have been able to do all we did in the last year if COVID hadn't come along. And so, but we're ready to get back out there and start building and putting people in front of this opportunity and start changing lives.
That's awesome. Hey, listen, man, I am more than ready to invite you down here to Austin for a power rally sometime in the summer. So to see what we can do to, just to get that excitement level back up. So
my first shot, I'm waiting on my second shot, and then I should have hopefully some permission to travel.
There you go. That's awesome. So we're gonna so last question. So and I know I'm going to get a great answer for this. So obviously we've got Millionaire Mastermind coming up here in a couple of days, but I've asked every single leader this their point of view on like the importance of events, right? Not just like big events, like we got Ambition coming up and simulcast, but the local events, like those are getting ready to start back up. So the local events, the Zoom events, the local trainings, the regional trainings. All of that stuff that really now Ambit's a huge part of. What can you tell, not just the new folks, but the veteran folks about the importance of those events and kind of getting your business back on track and growing again?
You can't overstate the importance of events, and you're absolutely right. It's from weekly team calls to Zoom meetings to coffee shops or wherever you can do it. It needs to be done frequent, and it needs to, be with as many people as you can. Because, listen, we know this. The world will chip away at you, and there's people that look at this opportunity and say it can't be done, it won't be done, and try to compare you to what other people didn't do. But the reality is your success is up to you, and it's what you put into it. And you're surrounded by leaders in this business who believe in this opportunity as much today as they ever have, and they should, because quite frankly, Kevin, it's better today than it ever has. Every year, every season in Ambit brings its challenges, and we can go every year from 2006 to current and list the big challenge of every year. And every year,
sometimes twice in a year.
And every year we come out stronger and better. And the strong survive. And I think you do that by rallying your troops around you, keeping them close, keeping them motivated and inspired. And you do that through these weekly events, monthly events. And I highly encourage people to do it any way they can. It's I think it's a very underestimated part of the psyche and the belief in this business and the power of just being around positive-minded people who have a like-minded goal and work together to achieve it. And it's my old saying I always say is I'm a better person on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday than I am on Thursday, Friday, Saturday because I go to church on Sunday. It's when I reload and get positive thinking again, remind myself why I'm here, what I'm doing, before I go back out into the world and let the negativity chip me down. And then I come back and I re-energize myself and I do it again every week. And I think you need to take that mindset to the business. And if you're not engaging with your teams and you're not keeping them informed of what's going on and seeing how excited you are, you're doing them a disservice. And so that's one of the big things we're excited about, Kevin, is get back out there. We love this Mastermind, or Millionaire Mastermind meeting. Glad to be a part of it, honored to be a part of it. And our events team is just itching to get back out there and put on as many live events as we can.
Yeah, I bet. I can't wait. I mean, and to your point, I mean, we built a huge part of our business in living rooms, right? Not just here in Texas, but in California and other places. So listen, I'm gonna let you get back to your day, but great information. I can't wait to see you speak at Millionaire Mastermind 4. I'm not even gonna tell anybody what you're gonna speak about. They just got to come to find out, right? So I do appreciate you taking some time out of your day to just to visit, because I miss the personal interaction. over the last year, the ability to go to corporate and take the tours and talk to consultant support and, even walk by your guys' office just to say hi. So I can't wait until things officially start to open up. So thank you very much, though, for your time today. And man, I can't wait to see you in Millionaire Mastermind 4. And there's no way that I'm missing Ambition live. There's no freaking way. Right? I'm literally going to be
more details on that. We are so excited to be able to put on at least some portion of a live event, and we'll have some more information coming out on that. But really, leaders, you need to be rallying your teams and get them ready for that, because it will be an extremely limited audience, for precaution's sake. And we all know the power of a live event, so you better get in line.
That's awesome. Right, man. I'm gonna be sitting there at my computer, just refresh until you guys put that dang event up, so make sure I get registered. All right, thank you again, Darrell. Have an awesome day, man.
Thanks, Kevin. Pleasure.